I went on a really great first date, like maybe 3 weeks ago. We were like really excited about it. Huge success, great date. I just think it's really, really important that I tell everybody that he ghosted me, about like a week ago. We were just like chatting mid-convo. We never talked again. So this is just today's reminder that dudes ain't dating ain't being 29 and single ain't.
Where are you guys meeting these cute men? Because we go out to the bars every weekend, and we only see cute guys in the run clubs, at bagel shops, like fucking at the grocery store. I'm not gonna talk to you at the grocery store. The bar is the best place. Literally. And they don't go out.
No, because they have an issue with it, and I don't know
why.
Because they say they're not worthy. The girls there are low value.
Well, you're never gonna find anyone then. Can y'all please start going out?
Because like you're not. I know you guys aren't going to approach us at the grocery store or at the frickin' run club. So like,
no, because you're sober. Why would I talk to you if
it's also like 6 a.m?
God,
like be so fucking cool.
I think in 2025, men should be men again because they've turned into divas. They want to be the women in the relationship. They said, but you didn't text me first. I'm sorry, what, princess?
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Women are asking themselves, why don't men want us anymore? And the truth honestly hurts. They're like, what did we do? What did we do to them? Why are men this way? Why are men speaking up and talking about this stuff? Why won't they just shut up and stay quiet? It's too late. Too far gone. We cannot stay quiet. We honestly need to push this message. Okay? Get in the comments. Let's always talk about this. When you like the video, subscribe, comment, not just me. Anyone in this space that you know is telling the truth, that you feel it deep down inside, like this guy knows his stuff, like the video, push this, because here's what's happening. Women are growing frustrated with men because men are not willing to foot the bill. Men are not willing to simp. We're going to be reacting to a bunch of clips today, but this is the cold hard facts. And I want to start off the video with reacting to a clip of a woman asking, what's wrong? Why don't men want to do this and do that? And let's get straight into it.
Why can't men seem to follow the basic bare minimum rules for dates? 1, don't ask the girl for suggestions. You pick the place, take initiative. 2, book a reservation. Is that not fucking obvious? 3, follow up a few days before and say, hey, I just want to make sure we're still on for today. Same day of. Text them in the morning and be like, can't wait to see you later today. Guys, why is it not clicking? Do we need to like draw this out for you, make like a diagram, standard operating procedure? Like, what's not clicking, Steven?
See, women don't understand that a man's entire existence isn't to please them. Dinner reservations? What? No. Let's grab this coffee. Let's grab this ice cream. Let's take a stroll. And even before then, you're going to be on the phone, FaceTime, getting comfortable, relating with each other. So you know that the chemistry and the vibe is going to hit once you do see each other face to face. Reservations for what? So we can lead the interaction. Follow the words, guys. Lead, which you're supposed to be doing as a man. The interaction, which is supposed to just be natural. You're leading the interaction, kissing her ass. That's essentially what you're doing. So now you're putting her in the driver's seat to think, oh, he understands. And she's going to follow that pattern. Men are saying, nah, we ain't doing that. And they're frustrated because now they have no leverage to push. They have nothing to leverage over you. See, this is why you should not do it. When you invest in reservations and planning this extravagant date, what's going to happen is if you don't get a return on your investment, you're going to grow frustrated. She still gets an energy exchange from you and she thinks that she's better than you. It helps her go away. Oh, I got the date. I'm good. And you're the one that's confused. And when you're confused, you want communication. See, men are waking up. Men are even ghosting women now. I don't even owe her an explanation. I'm gonna just go on about my business. The vibe wasn't right, and I'm cool with that. And we're gonna roll the next clip of a woman just going crazy because someone ghosted her friend. And you can tell by how she's talking, she's been ghosted a bunch of times too.
Stop fucking ghosting. This ghosting culture has gotten so out of hand, it's actually astronomical. It is Utter bullshit. My friend is gorgeous. She is in her mid-30s. She's successful. She's incredible. She's an awesome person. So fun to be around and doing so much work on herself. And she met this guy on Hinge or some shit. They had 3 great dates. He was communicative, not too much, no love bombing. They didn't sleep together, for everyone that wants to try and blame her for any of that bullshit. And they had some great dates. Everything was seemingly normal. They went out like a week ago. They had a great time. He texted her saying, I'd love to see you again. They were texting, a couple times a day here and there. And then he said, listen, I'm not really feeling well. I'm just going to take a rest. She's like, okay, no worries. Feel better. Didn't hear from him for a few days. So she texted him like, hey, just want to make sure you're feeling okay. Never to be heard from fucking again. And this is the type of shit I'm saying. Be a fucking grown up. Just because you're not into somebody, whether you met somebody else or you're not that into them or you really, whatever, I don't really give a shit what your reasoning is. Just fucking send a text. Hey, I think you're great. I had a really great time getting to know you, but this is not the connection I'm seeking. Take care. It takes 2 fucking seconds to be a grown-ass adult. But for all of these cowards that are hiding behind their phone, don't give me this bullshit. Oh, it's better for the other person. I'm not hurting them. And it hurts them to tell them the truth that I met someone else. Oh, but you think disappearing on somebody that had a great connection with you, that was super into you, you think that's the fucking answer? That's on you. That shows your cowardice. That shows your avoidance. That shows that you can't handle confrontation.
See, women want communication. Guys, get in the comments right now. I have a pretty surefire way of thinking that you're gonna agree with me. How many times have you been ghosted? And when the woman didn't think that she needed to communicate with you, was that the right move to make? But she still made the move, right? What's the problem? What's the problem? We all have to take our L's and take our rejections and move on, right? But women don't like to take L's and get rejected. So they got to kick and scream about it. What's the problem? I thought we were all equal. And the thing is, men don't want to be settled for. That's one of the biggest things here. Men don't want to be settled for. That's why women are like, well, why don't they want us? What did we do wrong? Because a lot of men understand that if you don't get the guy that you initially want, every other guy after that trails behind that is just the guy you're settling for. And I'm going to give you guys a glimpse into what women think. And this is why I tell you to remain attractive. And if you're not attractive, if you don't think that you are, become attractive, because when you become attractive, no more games. And once you understand how women see you, you're not going for just anything and settling for less, because this is what women think about you when they find you less attractive.
Are you ugly? If you are, please listen up, because you could potentially help me out right now, okay? Where are the ugly guys at? Where they at, Joe? Where they at, Joe? Because seriously, I've decided from this point onwards, I only want ugly men going forward. I don't want no pretty boy anymore, okay? Yes, that was my type. Yes, I fell for that trick once or twice or 3 times. And I'm not trying to do that again, okay? I've decided I want an ugly boyfriend. So if you are ugly, please let me know where you are. Because I'm coming to find you. Because I truly think that the ugly boys probably will treat me better than a pretty boy. And hey, we're all ugly in our own little ways and shapes and forms. But if you think you're ugly, then you're probably not ugly. But I just need someone to let me know, like, if you're ugly, and I'll test the waters, because I think I'm just not having much luck with the pretty ones. And yeah, I think it's time that I kind of reshape things, kind of rethink my ideas, and I think this is the way to go about it.
See, women think that they're settling for you, and they're giving you the opportunity to chase after them. They're giving you the opportunity to take them out. They're giving you the opportunity to remain in the friend zone. They're allowing you to get next to them, and it's some big prize. No, that's how they think about you. And they're like, I've had this guy, I've had this guy, I've had this guy. Now I'm ready to settle down with a good guy, a less attractive guy. What? See, this is how they think about guys who are the backup plan. I'm telling you, they always know what they're going to use you for. Check out this next clip. There's a guy, right? And I honestly, in my honest opinion, I think he did the right thing. Let me know what you think. But a woman tried to use him. A woman tried to use him, and he was like, no, this is why you don't play the backup guy, because there will always be another guy in the situation. And guys realize this when it's smack dab in their face. Let's play the clip.
Welcome to another episode of Dating Story Time. And I had completely forgotten this had happened until last night when I was having a conversation with somebody, and it re-triggered the memory in my head. And I was like, Oh yeah. So a while back, I'm on this date and we go to the bar, we meet there, we go in, we sit down, and when she sits down, she immediately places her phone on the bar face up. Now, I get it. If you have been out on multiple dates, or you're already in a relationship, or you're married, or you like fully know the person, this is the least biggest deal you can think of. And we've all done it. I've done it before. But if it's a legit first date, maybe I'm just old school, but my phone is on vibrate in my pocket. Like, I'm here for you, to get to know you, to talk to you. I'm not worried about my phone. So anyway, we're sitting there talking, we're joking, it's going well, and all of a sudden her phone rings. And because her phone is right on the bar in front of me, face up, and like flat lighting up, my eyes inadvertently go down to her phone, and I see a picture of her and a guy kissing, and a dude's name with like 5 heart emojis next to it. And I'm just like, okay. And she says, it's my ex-boyfriend, I have to take this. Really? Ex-boyfriend? So she hurries up, answers the phone, goes out to the patio, and where the bar was and where we were sitting, I could see on the patio, and I could watch her. I could see her talking on the phone. She's laughing, she's smiling, she's like playing with her hair, she's sitting down talking. And I'm like, what the fuck this? Like, what the fuck this? So I called the bartender over. I was like, hey, can I have my tab? But I was like, just my drinks. Like, split me off. I'm just paying for my drinks. So he does. I cash out, go out to the patio. I was like, hey, it was nice meeting you. I'm heading out. I'm leaving. And she's like, you're leaving? I was like, yeah, obviously there's something else going on here that you didn't tell me about, but I'm leaving. I cashed out. I left your tab open in case you wanted to go back in and sit down and have another drink. And she gives me the most dumbfounded look, like I just had a giant dick grow out of my forehead. And she's like, you didn't even pay for my drinks? And I was like, no, I didn't pay for your drinks. You clearly have something else going on here with your ex-boyfriend. This was supposed to be a date. And you've been talking to your boyfriend for, 5 minutes. So no, I didn't pay for your drinks. If you wanted someone to pay for your drinks, you could invite him out and he can come pay your tab. But fuck you too then. And I was like, okay, bye. And I left. Damn, I forgot all about that. And it's like, dude, no one's honest. Is no one really honest anymore? Like, I still to this day don't know if she was lying, because I just didn't care enough after that happened. But be honest, people. Just be honest when you start and go out to date with somebody. Be honest from the gate of what your intentions are and what you want. It's not that hard. Was I wrong in what I did? Paying for my drinks? I'm curious. Let me know what you think.
Men are realizing also that women want everything to be transactional, and that's fine. But men are just going to adjust their game. See, women are going to use the same strategy over and over and over and over and over and over again. And then, men who are males, not men, they're going to use the same strategy, expecting different results, but that's called insanity. Men who are actual men are going to adjust. Remember, we thrive in the chaos. That's where our grit gets determined, who we are as men. We get built up by that. So men are going to adjust. Women have a problem with you being transactional. So for instance, I don't think that it's the right thing to do to ask a woman to split the bill on the first date. No, I'm not saying that. But the one thing women don't understand is if we're on a date and I can feel that we're not vibing that much, I'm going to do what's best for me. And if a guy wants to split the bill, what happened to equality? Guys, you're going to be like, nah, a man should always pay for the first date if he invites her out. Yes, but what if she's being rude, disrespectful? She doesn't really like him like that. She's belittling him. And none of this shit test stuff either. She's genuinely just being a rotten person to him. What is he supposed to do? Reward her for bad behavior? Check out this clip of this woman not understanding why somebody's like, at the end of the date, let's split the bill.
Get ready, because here's a story time. I went on a date with a man recently. I know, mistake number 1 right there. And at the end of it, he said to me, how do you want to split the bill? What? What are you talking about? And I'm going to be a nun. I am dedicating myself to the Vatican. I am going to wear the whole outfit. The only way you can see me is once a year. There's going to be a date in between us at the church or whatever. And the only thing I can say to you when you talk to me is amen, praise the Lord. That's all I can say. And and then just all this. I'm not Catholic, but I don't know which way it is. It doesn't matter. And then the only way you can reach me are pigeons, the Pope, and smoke. the smoke that happens when they decide on the split the bill. When I hear Bill, do you know what I hear? Bill, not the science guy. So what the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? What's happened here? You asked me on this.
See, there are men that want to pay for the first date. There are men out there, but women have to put in the work to bump into those guys. Like I'm going to say like this, it's your wallet, your choice. It's your wallet, your choice. A woman can't bully you into anything. That's why a lot of guys get into situations and they don't even know the first step to get out of it. They're like, I'm too far into this. She's going to bully me. She's going to say this. She's going to put a smear campaign on me. She's going to turn all her friends and my friends against me. Bro, who cares about what they're saying? It's free promotion. If you don't want to pay for a date at the end of the date, don't pay for it if she's not cooperating. I tell men this all the time. Find ways for women to earn what you're giving them. If you tell her, hey, before we do this, in your mind, you say, I want to meet her face to face, and I want her to meet me at this spot by this time to do something that's not extravagant. She says, okay, sure. Shows up at that spot at that time to do something that's not extravagant. You say, okay, now this chick is cool. Now I can take her here. Now I can do this because she cooperated there. Stop doing things for free. Stop doing things for free. Because when they view these things as transactional, there's nothing wrong with a man giving to a woman, but she needs to deserve it. She doesn't even know that you're testing her. But by her cooperating with you, your mission, your operation, right? You say, okay, now I can cooperate with you and offer you this. And that's how the pattern begins. Remember, I tell you guys about how they operate with patterns. You should operate the same way. So if she follows your pattern, then you give her more cooperation. And when you give her more cooperation, she understands, okay, when I'm pleasant, when I'm doing things to pour into his cup, he pours back into my cup. And then the bond grows and things flow like that. But when women are acting like things are transactional and you're supposed to just do and give without getting anything in return, you know, a lot of men go through this and they're like, nah, I'm good off of that. See, men wanting effort from women is feminine to them nowadays. When you want a woman to show up for you the same way that you're willing to show up for her, it's feminine. Well, what's masculine? Since we're blurring all these lines, what's masculine? Being mean to you, being rude, being a jerk, telling you to shut up, putting you in your place. See, that's what they want. That's what they want. They want a guy who doesn't care about them, a guy who's not going to answer the phone, a guy who's not going to be attentive, a guy that's not going to put her first. But wait a minute. That's toxic masculinity. So when we're blurring these lines, the things that women don't understand is you're making things worse off for yourself. Men see what you go towards, men see what you accept, and they're like, you know, I'm cool off of that because what am I going to get in return for being this sweet, generous, nice guy? And then they're going to try to frame it as, you know, you should just be doing these things because you want to. A good man is just generous because he wants to. No, that's a sucker. Let's be real. Everybody out here is doing things because they want things in return. Do you go to your job and not expect to be paid? Would you still be working there if they wouldn't pay you?
There's a good men epidemic right now, and we need to talk about it. Me, along with all of my friends, are all single. We have so many hobbies. We go to run clubs, the gym, social events. Like, we're out there. We're working, right? But every single time I meet a man who has anything interesting to say, he's always in a freaking relationship. So it's true. Where are the good men at? Where are y'all finding them? Because I can't find any.
Women talking about there's no good men out there. There are good men out there. There are quality men out there. They might not be the tallest guy. They might not be the buffest guy. They might not be the richest guy, but there are guys who have good spirits, good character. And they don't want that. So they're going to be on this hamster wheel. They're going to be spinning all the time, trying to figure out where these guys are at. They're everywhere. They're just not at your disposal. Like, you can't do whatever you want with them. You can't discard of them anymore. Because the game has changed. Men have had enough. And there are men that are still going to be out here dating. And that's what I preach. You guys want to do one-on-one coaching? The Calendly link is in the pinned comment. Just click it. Let's get on the phone. You know, I have a woman in my life that respects me, admires me, and all of that stuff, but the rules remain the same. Nobody's exempt from this stuff. And that's what I do. I teach men to get what I have and what other successful dudes have that are successful at relationships and dealing with women. But that comes from not dealing with garbage and having thick skin in the dating game. So are men dating? Yes, but a majority of men are saying we don't want a majority of women based on the way that they act. And that's a problem. And women are scrambling and shaking around like Diddy now because they're like, yo, what's wrong with these dudes? Not even the good dudes are trying to chase after us and pursue us. See what I mean? You being a good guy, you're getting settled for. Not even the good men want to chase us around and pine for our love. I tell you guys all the time, there's power behind words. You have to slow things down and assess the situation. Not even the guys that I rejected before want to give me a chance now. The guys that I rejected before, that I didn't think were good enough before, want to come forward at me. And they want you to be humble when you're up. See, they always think that you're going to remain the same way you were. And we're talking about like women that didn't want to give you a chance. Now you're this different guy and they want you to still be there. That's why I tell you guys, don't stay in the friend zone. None of that stuff. You give women one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. A lot of women are going to be like, yo, I'm the prize. But that's funny. That's all due to social media. It's all due to social media. Let's play this clip of a woman being honest about social media.
Social media has ruined relationships not just because of cheating, but because the average male cannot compete with the amount of attention that women are receiving online. There's posts like this. And these posts have over 1 million likes and thousands of comments where women are getting their self-worth and their value from random strangers on the internet. And you think that the average male is going to be able to compete with any of that. They're not. You will never be able to compete with the amount of attention that she's getting from social media. And that's why a lot of women refuse to give up their social media or stop posting thirst traps the minute that they're in a relationship. Why? Because they know that you as a man cannot fill that void. But also it's made the average woman look like a 7 or an 8 when they're a 2 or a 3 or a 4. I have never seen a single person that I've seen online walking around in real life. Why? Because they don't look like that. So that's the other thing. Their ego goes way up here when really they need to be humbled. Okay, bye.
So remember, guys, no matter how inflated their ego is, it does not matter. You are the prize as long as you're a man that has your life put together. Don't let them think that you're broke, you're a brokey, you're a lame, you're cheap. No, you're not. I'm going to speak about that more often in my videos too. A lot of guys who have something going on for themselves, man, they think that, you know, they're broke because they can't obtain a woman that they saw on social media. Bro, it's all a facade. It's all a facade. And a lot of men out here are waking up to this. So as brothers, I want to take a moment in this video at the end to appreciate each other. If nobody's told you that they appreciated you today, I appreciate you. And thank you for being here because you could have been anywhere else. It's your boy, Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Hey, man, we might be the last ones getting married for real. So I went back home the other day and I was talking to one of my young boys. And keep in mind, he like 16. And he like, yeah, bruh, I done gave up on that shit a long time ago. I'm like, gave up on what? He talking about relationships, trying to get married, all of that. He told me his plan was to get a really, really fine baby mama so he could just hit her forever. He said, cause you know, you can always hit your baby mama. And I said, yeah. And I was like, he young, he gonna grow out of that. But I was like, let me hear him out. Basically what he said, and he had a very good point. He was like, he feel like he ain't turned right now. So he was like, if he get a girl and he locked in, she just gonna cheat on him with the right dude, which is turned. He was like, when he gets there, when he finally gets his money and figures himself out and all that, she's only gonna be around for that. That if he didn't even have all that shit, she wouldn't even look his way. I was like, damn, he ahead of the curve. But I tried to talk him out of it. I tried to persuade him. I was like, hey, look at me and my girl. I met her in college. I was in a dorm, eating at the calf, no car, walking to work. And she held it down. She was still fucking with me and we came up together. And he was like, yeah, bro, you might have found a unicorn, but I don't want to take them chances. He said, if I want to play with those type of odds, I could just put in a 30-leg parlay. Damn.